So should you strength train during marathon training? Yeah, sure. I mean, you got to run a bunch, right? But you can't be too strong either. So what I like to do is incorporate a day a week. You could do 2. You could do 1 every other week. But I do average about a day a week where I'm doing something for strength. Now, one of my classic workouts that I like to do is from the old school P90X with Tony Horton. Shout out to Beachbody. They've got a leg and back workout that is just awesome. And it basically alternates between 2 leg workouts and pull-ups. So it's quite strenuous. It gets you a great leg workout. You have weights in some of them, and you have no weights in a bunch of them too. So you're doing like wall squats, you're doing lunges with weights, you're doing like isolated toe rolls. Then a really good calf workout that's in there are these calf raises. And with these, you got your feet like toes pointed inward like this, and you go up on your tippy toes and you just raise up real slow like, and you do that like 15 times. And you need to be holding weights. So I've got like 25-pound dumbbells, I think, that I hold in each hand during that particular workout, which works really good. You do 15 of those calf raises, and then you do 10 more like real fast. So you're like bump, 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 bump. Let me tell you, by the end of those, your calves are on fire. It is ouchy. And then you change up the position of your feet. So then you do toes together. Same exact thing, 15 up like this, slow like, and then 10 super fast. Then you change it once more and you got your toes in, and it's just changing the parts of your calf muscles down there that are getting the workout. It is a burner. It's a great calf workout, especially if you're having trouble with the calves. My buddy David, shout out Bud, he asked me specifically about calf and strength training. So there you go. That's what I do. Now let's go run an easy 6-miler. Why bother with strength training? Great question. I'll tell you a story. I've run 2 marathons this year, 2 actual marathons that is, 40-mile race, 100K, and maybe something else, I don't know, and a bunch of long training runs. The 2 marathons that I ran were my 2 personal best times. So back in February, I think, I ran a 3:14:30, and then in March, or maybe it was April, 1st of April, I ran a 3:19:30 at the Knoxville Marathon. Best 2 times by a long shot. But let me tell you what happened during the 3:14 run down in Oak Ridge. I was on pace for 3 hours. Was I? I was on pace for at least 3:05, but I was moving really good. I'm pretty sure my half was like right at hour 30, hour 32, maybe something like that. Well, I got about 15 miles before the wheels came off. And I'm convinced it was because of a poor training schedule that lacked 2 components: strength and speed. I did some speed stuff. I just didn't do enough for long enough pre-race. And I did some strength. But again, it wasn't concerted. It was more full body rather than concentrated on the legs. Even though one of my favorite workouts, as I've mentioned, is that legs and back. What happened for me at 15 miles in that marathon in February, started to get the cramps. And we're talking a flat course. You know, it's got a little bit of elevation, some long, slow hills, but by and large, I mean, it's a flat course. Compared to what I'm used to running on a regular basis, it's flat. So that was not the issue. The issue very simply was I did not strengthen the legs even though I had plenty of miles on them. You know, more miles probably would have been better too. I think more is always better to a point, as long as you don't hurt yourself. Kind of do what your body feels like is best. But yeah, that was the biggest thing for me, and it's why I'm convinced during this training block that I will be successful in the 3 hour. Now listen, that's 15 minutes off of my best ever, my lifetime record, within a matter of months. But what we're doing now is what I'd encourage you to do, and that's train ahead of time. I started formal training like weeks, not months ahead of time, back there at the start of the year. Figured, hey, what's the worst that could happen? Well, we found out. I had my best run ever, which was not good enough. It didn't hit my Boston qualifying time of 3:10, nor did it hit my A goal of 3 hours. Not by a long shot. And I'll tell you what, when you're watching that 3 hours and 10 minutes tick by on the clock, and you've got, what was it, 3 or 4? No, not even that long. Like a mile to go. It's demoralizing. So, strength and speed. And pay attention to your muscles. Get those strength workouts in. More if you need more, and you'll be the best judge of that. By the way, welcome back to the trails. It's Sunday afternoon. These are new runs for me, easy runs on Sundays. But I go to church in the morning, so I can't get up and knock them out like I'm used to in the relative cool of the day. Wow, it's freaking humid up in here. East Tennessee, hashtag ouch. Not as bad as Mississippi where I used to live, but come on. Hence the shade of the woods. I welcome it this afternoon. Now, all this is predicated on you not being stupid and pushing too hard, like I am often tempted to do. You gotta listen to your body. Don't go off increasing, doubling your mileage and junk like that, working in double workouts and strength training just because you think you're supposed to. Most training plans that you look up, including the one that I built with Claude the other day using AI just to see how it did, are going to include a day where it says rest or cross train. And then if you're really trying to do something serious, they might have a strength training day on top of a speed day or a tempo day. This is good if you're a little more advanced, but don't kill yourself, okay? Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to stay off of the road so I don't kill myself. All right, then. And we're back at home with Penny. Can you say hello, Penny? Hi. All right. Now go hit those strength and speed workouts.